So what if I told you that the secret to these huge, life-altering changes isn't some massive, heroic effort? Today, we're going to dive into a really simple idea, but one that has the power to completely change how you think about your goals. We're talking about the surprising and honestly kind of mind-blowing power of getting just 1% better.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You set this massive goal. You're gonna run a marathon, or write a book, or finally learn that new skill. You kick off with this huge burst of energy, but then, maybe a week or two later, the goal just feels so big. It's crushing, and so you just kind of let it go.
And the problem? It's this mindset, this all-or-nothing trap. We think that for progress to count, it has to be this huge, dramatic effort. You know the feeling, if I can't get to the gym for a full hour, I might as well not go at all. Or, if I don't have time to write a whole chapter, why even bother opening the laptop? It's a trap, and it pretty much guarantees we stay stuck right where we are.
Okay, but what if there's a totally different approach? A way to completely sidestep that feeling of being overwhelmed? Let's talk about a radically simple alternative: the power of tiny gains.
So this whole approach is called marginal gains, and the philosophy is super simple. Instead of hunting for that one giant leap forward, you just look for a tiny, tiny margin for improvement in everything you do. The classic example is the British cycling team. For years, they were just okay, nothing special. Then, their new coach decided to improve everything by just 1%. I'm talking everything: the bike seats, the massage gels they used, even the pillows the riders slept on to get better rest. All these little things seemed totally insignificant on their own, right? But when you added them all up, wow, the results were incredible. They completely dominated the sport. So what are we really talking about here? We're talking about this: 1%. It's so small, it's almost funny, isn't it? Getting 1% better doesn't take some heroic effort. You don't have to completely change your life overnight. It's small, it's manageable, and you can do it today.
And you know what? That's really the key here. Doing one extra push-up today isn't going to change your life. Reading one extra page, you're not even going to notice the difference tomorrow. And that's exactly why most of us just dismiss these little improvements. We're all hooked on seeing those big, immediate results.
And this is where it gets really cool. That tiny, almost invisible 1% improvement, it has a secret weapon. And that weapon is the power of compounding. Because when you do it over and over again, consistently, something amazing starts to happen with the math.
So, let's really ask the question, what actually happens when you make that tiny little choice to be just 1% better every single day for a whole year? I'll tell you right now, the answer's probably not what you're thinking.
Okay, look at this. This is where you see the two paths just completely split apart, and it's so dramatic. If you get just 1% worse each day, you hit snooze, you eat the junk food, you skip that one page, after a year, you're down 97%. You're basically back at zero. But if you get 1% better every day, well, that tiny daily investment starts to compound, and your progress isn't a straight line anymore. It shoots upwards. It becomes exponential. Yeah, just look at that number. Let that sink in. Getting 1% better every day for a year doesn't make you 365% better, which is what you'd kind of think, right? No. It makes you nearly 38 times better. That is the absolutely stunning power of compounding. Think of it like this. Those little daily habits are like putting money in a savings account. At first, the interest is tiny, but over time, it grows and grows until the returns are just astronomical.
All right, so the math is incredible. I get it. But how do we actually do this? How do we take this idea from a cool theory and make it real in our own lives? Let's break it down.
See, 1% isn't supposed to be intimidating. It's the exact opposite. What does it look like? It's reading one more page before you go to sleep. It's walking for just 2 extra minutes. It's writing a single sentence for that project you keep avoiding. The whole point is to make the action so easy that it's almost impossible to say no to. So here's your action plan, and it's dead simple. Step 1. Just pick one area. Not your whole life, just one thing. Your health, your career, whatever. Step 2. Find a tiny, almost ridiculously small 1% improvement. And step 3. This is the most important one. Do it today. Seriously. Not tomorrow, not next week, today.
So, as we wrap this up, what's the big idea? The main takeaway? It's all about shifting your perspective. It's about stop chasing those huge, dramatic transformations and instead focusing all your energy on those small, consistent, daily actions.
I love this quote: consistency will always trump intensity in the long run. It's so true. Think about it.
That crazy, intense 2-hour workout you do once a month, it's way less valuable than a simple 15-minute walk that you do every single day. It's the repetition, the consistency that builds real momentum.
So, next time you see someone who looks like an overnight success, just remember this. What you're probably seeing isn't an overnight thing at all. It's the result of thousands of those tiny 1% improvements that have been compounding for years and years. Success isn't some big event. It's a daily process.
And with that, I'll just leave you with this one question. Don't worry about next year or even next month. Just think about today. What is one tiny, super small, almost unnoticeable thing you can do to be just 1% better today?